So, good evening everyone, and finally we are starting. We are 16 minutes late, and I have never hurried as much in my life as I just hurried, and we made it. We are starting the qualifying. Thank you guys that you waited me for 15 minutes, it was not that bad, and we will be having 12 drivers here today. The standings are looking like this. So, Jokke is leading the championship by 22 points. And then there's Womble and Pihkanen far behind. Womble is not far behind, but Pihkanen is far behind. In the constructors side, Haas is 57 points behind in the stands. And Tahvo, who is 8, will be not racing today. Weather forecast looking like this. Qualifying should be clear, but it's overcast at the moment here in Mexico. And then the race should be light cloud. But we are ready here in qualifying. Let's see, can we get Rappel here to commentate today with me? I'm in the commentary box joined, so if Rappel you are watching the stream, you can come to commentary box. I'm waiting for you. But let's begin this qualifying action here in Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. How is it said? Anyway, first drivers leaving the garage. First one will be Zeroy, who is already out there on track. 12 drivers, as we can see, participating in today's qualifying session. And once before the qualifying begins any further, I'm going to get my phone because it's in my backpack still after the ride. So I'll be back in a second. So, now I'm back with my phone next to me, so we can start this qualifying completely. And I share this live stream to the chats before I start to commentate, so wait a second. But Zeroy starting his lap now. Now the stream is in our chats. So, let's begin this qualifying. Zeroy is having a lap. He will be first driver to go across the line with a valid lap. And the SS coming very well. These SS will give you a trouble if you are not prepared for them. And if your setup is horrible, those SS will make a twist and you will lose the whole session. There's yellow flag, there's Osku. No, it's on team set spinning around. But Zeroy going across the line, it will be 1:15.3, so that's a good lap to start off with. Enduro, who is racing today for the second or maybe even third time. Cross the line. No, it was an invalidated lap time, so he's not gonna have a lap. Team set had spun. Pihkanen crossed the line on the hard compound, 1.2 seconds off. So that is 1:16.5. There's Jokke, only has driver having invalidation for the first lap. Oskuts crossed the line, 1:14.6, and that's a good lap to start with. Elppu, third fastest at the time, 8 tenths off, and on the softs. There goes Rakkina Masina, first driver, our newcomer, puts professional pole 14.5. Pipi Mac, who is actually racing first time after his head injury, if I understood correctly last week. Womble having an outlap. And, well, there's not much more drivers. Rappel is in the pit lane, driving today. So Rebel will be driving today. He's not commentating, at least yet. It's okay for me. I can commentate alone. It's not a problem. It's his decision, will he drive or commentate. But it's not an issue. There goes the whatever that is called. I have no idea, but there goes. Team said I will beat at the end of this lap, maybe. Yes, and also Piikanen following him. Actually, it is clear. The lightning was looking that it was overcast. As we can see, it looks like it's overcast, but in reality it is clear throughout, so there should be no rain. And who is that? That was PMP Mac cutting the track, if I saw correctly. Let's get a replay from that so I can check the minimap again. Because if he cut the track, you might get a warning or something. There's no hurry yet, so there will be no big penalties coming, but there might be some warning coming afterwards. And he's boxing, so Womble, only driver on the track, also Jokke. Jokke is actually going across the line first, so let's look at him. And Womble might be Jokke is on a lap by the ERS mode. Womble is either no longer on a lap, so there's no one on a lap at the moment, only Zeroy just leaving the garage and preparing for next lap. There's 7 drivers who has a lap on the board. Team said Rappel, Asian Iceman, Jokke and Enduro missing a time so far. And who put a lap in? Looks like it was might be Elpu? No. I have no idea who put a lap in. Maybe Oskuts? No, I have no idea who put a lap in or improved. Jokke, 8th fastest. Not getting a lap on the board yet. A good lap. Zero in the stadium section. Now going for his second run with 11 minutes to go in this qualifying. But now let's check the PMP Max cutting. Let's check the minimap. It's the minimap on the right. It is the car in the middle of the green area now coming on top of the number 2. Let's see, did he cut the track? Yes, he cut the track. Only just that one corner. But he might have got a track. We still may need to look at those clips later on. Zero coming again to the SS. There's Renault of Enduro giving some space for the Red Bull of Piikanen. On the background we cannot see it here because we are looking at Zeroy. That's wide. How is that not an invalidation? That was completely off the track. Not even by a little bit, that was completely off. Well, towards the final corner. Long right-hander. Cross the line, will go nowhere. He improves by 3/10, but it doesn't give him any positions, so he's half a second off the pace here. Womble trying again. Not really. Back to the pits. There's Piikanen. Let's check the tires. They are fitted tires. Let's check the best. Let's see fitted. Let's check the fitted. So Jokke on the hards, 1.3 seconds off. Rappel still in the garage, not leaving it. Asian Iceman, same thing. Rocky Masina not improving by much. Cross the line, will improve by 2/10 on the line on those soft compound tires. 114.3 on the board. The team said starting his next lap then. Osku's having an out lap, so Elpu is running a lap here. It looks like. Yes, Rappel is running a lap. Nope. back to pits, he got invalidation. And now Zero also having invalid lap time. So Enduro, next driver to go across the line. He got invalidation from that one. So now there's no one on the track with a lap coming. So 8 minutes to go. Minutes. There's still time for maybe 2 runs even. So they should not run out of time, and if they run out of time, I'm surprised. Womble is looking on the hard start. He already has a medium lap on the board, but he's looking for the hards, or then he's having one more warm-up lap, and then he puts the softs at the end. At this point, let's show the strategy options. So these are the strategies. This time I show them in the qualifying because there's nothing happening at the moment. So strategy A would be a soft, medium, soft. Lap 9 and lap 26 the stops. Strategy B, medium, hard, will be the quickest strategy. So drivers make their own decisions, but those are the quickest strategies found from YouTube this morning. So it's getting overcast here, so I'm expecting rain in a couple of minutes. 2 or 3 minutes there will be rain, I say. Because usually when game's dynamic system says it's getting overcast, it means there will be rain at some point of the session. And I say, before the checkered flag there is rain. And this session will end up early. That's my predictions. Put your own predictions in the comments. So, next driver across the line will be Osku. Snope having invalid lap time. PMP Mac. Yes, Larry is joining for as the 13th driver for the next race. Larry has 2 quali bans to serve, so I have forgotten to say for him, but he cannot serve a quali ban here because he was not in the race, so not in the qualifying, so he won't get a race ban for participating, but he won't get a quali ban served either. So because he was not a participant at the start of the session, so that's why we can't give him. His car is not in the garage, so that's why we can't give him the quali ban. Because it's a part of the penalty that you spectate the session, so that's why we can't give it. Pihkanen fought fastest. Let's check the best tire there on the right, so you can see the starting compound. Now finally Rappel setting a lap in. 5 minutes to go. Mac will win. I kind of hope that Mac wins. Doesn't look like it at the moment. P9 and 2.2 seconds off. I really hope that he wins, but you can't make the impossible thing possible, so he's not Max Verstappen who can make impossible to possible, so Jokke out lap. He's trying on mediums, so he needs an improvement. Who is Alfie Scott? I have no idea. Tell your PlayStation account name, so I can know you a bit better and know with who I'm talking with. It's about Alfie. I remember you did something wrong and that's why you got a penalty. We don't give people wrong penalties. Or if the penalty is big, like season or league ban, we always have a reason. It was so far away that now I don't have the reason why did you have it. But you may need to ask the other admins. Fairly Chat team said Hopeaneola has no idea. I don't remember. You got it for some reason. There is a reason, but I don't remember the reason at the moment. While Rakkinen puts 13.8 on the board, with Enduro following with another invalidated lap time. You just should take it easy now, get a sure lap on the board, and then start pushing. Womble doesn't improve on those hards. He's trying again. AC announcement finally on the track. Elppu crossed the line with invalid lap time, not gonna help. Jokke on to mediums, cross the line, goes 6th fastest. with the medium compound. Ace and Iceman had made a mistake in the final corner. Looked like it. Yes, that's not a good lap time. Zeroy, final corner for the final run in this qualifying session today. Team said enjoying his brand new Racing Point car for the rest of the season. Next season we'll make a new system for the teams. Can Rapport get a point from his first F1 race? We will find out. That should be easy. There's only 12 runners, so if you don't get it, I'm kind of mad about you. Because there will be surely 2 retirements at least, and that's top 10 automatically, and it did start raining. Not yet, at least. Enduro into the pits. Womble staying out, improving. He's already got the hard lap time. He's currently 50 tires at 3 laps old. He's not making it easier. Womble is having strategy C. He's starting on the hard compound, and that was not a strategy. Maybe there's rain at the end. This will start with speculations. Maybe there's rain at the end of the session. The race, I mean. Womble's trying to desperately get to the rain with the hards, make a one-stop strategy and win the race. Because is there anyone on the lap? There's no one on the lap, so we're gonna look at the stands. As we can see, Womble is 22 points behind, so he needs to do something. He has nothing to lose. Next driver behind is over 120 points behind. Only victim for Womble is Jokke. And it means that Womble has nothing to lose. He can try some different strategies which might be awkward, but in the end they might pay out. Jokke has to make sure he gets as high position as possible. And that way try to reduce the gap. And I kind of hope that the championship won't go to the Abu Dhabi, because I will be missing the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I was about to miss this one. But my go-karting race was so terrible that I made it to the race somehow. Because I dropped early, so I somehow made it to this race. So this USA next week and Brazil I will be spectating, but to Abu Dhabi, if the championship goes over there, I won't be looking at it. There will be no stream for the championship decider. And then I may need to ask everyone to record a race, send me highlights, I make a highlight video of Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, if it's a championship decider. So we will have to look at it, but Zeroy improving his lap time by 1/10 only. PMP Mac on an outlap with 25 seconds to go. Same for Rakkina. For the final seconds, he's having nearly a 1 second pole position here. Even Jokke, of course Jokke and Womble are playing with the strategy. But it won't help that much. Enduro still without a lap time there. He's trying on the mediums now. He needs to do something, otherwise he's out and starting last. Rakkinen also already having invalidation, so only driver on a track with a valid lap at the moment is Enduro. He's the only driver who can make a twist here. He won't be on pole. Rakkinen is on pole. This guy needs a miracle in order to be in pole. He won't be on pole position because of the medium tires. That car is understeering hell a lot. And he needs to be sure that he won't cut, because he can get a good position by having a normal ride. If he cuts the track, he will get an invalidation, and that's his session over. He just needs to secure a lap here. That's oh no! Enduro getting invalidated lap time on the final run. And he will be starting last place in the race. Oh no, that was a disaster for him. A clear disaster for Enduro, starting last place. Having 5 runs, every single run invalidated lap time. Rakkinen, I think he's finished in reality. He's racing under a Canadian flag. Osgood second, Pihkanen third, Zeroy fourth, team set 5th. shortly we go in Autodromo Rodriguez. And we are getting ready in Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexican Grand Prix of Season 7. Let's see what will happen once the car settles for the 36 lap race in Mexico. 4th last round of the season, so only 3 races to go after this one. Let's see. Starting lights are not broken. We are going for the 5 red lights. And we are underway here in Mexico. That is a clean start so far. But I don't want to call it too early. 13 drivers in the first corner. There's big dive by Osgood. Can he make it? There's someone round. It's PMP Mac round, so he won't be winning the race today. There is C-Roy off track completely. And Jokke having damage. Jokke is... No, he just dropped the last place. PMP Mac is having damage. Jokke dropped the last place, so this is not a good thing for the championship. Womble is... I have no idea, dropped or got positions. I have no idea about that one. We can see the race start shortly again, so we can see that was there any contact specifically with Jokke or not. But Jokke is down to 12th place, so that is not a good start for the Finn. If Jokke can make the gap to 30 points, it would be good for him, because there's over one race gap. He would be leading the championship at any results after the race, so that would be only a good thing for him. Is an Asman overtaking Enduro. Side by side, Enduro making his way through. Is an Asman cutting a track a bit, that costs him a bit. And Jokke up to 11th place. Let's see the race start. So here we go. We can see the start. So let's look at the back. Was there any contact in the start? No, Jokke just was in the so bad gap. There were so many drivers in front of him that he was just in so bad place to keep those positions. Everyone's having a better line and Jokke dropping down. It wasn't a good start for Jokke. And there's BMP Mag going across the grass. And DRS is enabled from this lap. From this lap onwards. Larry has front wing damage. That's a clear. He got track. And that's the first penalty of the race. Not taking long. Not taking long, and Larry already getting it. Larry got a disqualification for intentional crashing. In Suzuka, in F2 race, he got 5 penalty points and chose 2 quali bans in total. So in total he has 8 penalty points this season, which means 2 quali bans in a row. And he needs to serve those in the F1 races. In the last 3 remaining races. Before the next season begins, so he doesn't need to suffer them next season. In the next game. Of course, if we move the league mode, the quali ban is 20 place grid penalty. It doesn't matter which position you are, you'll be starting last because of the penalty system. So next year there's no kind of quali ban. You can still practice, still run in the qualifying. You will be starting last anyway because of the league penalty. So I think that's better than just spectating the whole session when others are driving. Larry lagging a little bit. Asian Iceman, same thing. Did Asian Iceman went through, or was that just a glitch? Hopefully that was just a glitch. But Jokke is saying that this is not a glitch. Oh no, Larry, no! There's contact between Larry and Jokke. And Larry is causing another issue. We will need to look at that again. Larry already second penalty. He has 6 seconds in 4 laps. His driving is so wide lines that I can see only a bad thing. I can only see a bad thing here. Because it doesn't need much. For Larry, not much dirty moves. He has the one intentional already. So even a minor contact with championship leader can result in a league ban, or at least next season ban. So this and next season ban. And now he bangs with Asian Iceman. Unfortunately, we can't have replay from these bangs because we have the first replay file already saved, and I cannot save more than 1 file at a time. And now Jokke sees his opportunity. Why is Larry even battling with a broken front wing? He's cutting the track. Larry is not driving within the track limits, he's driving outside the track limits. Larry has our Mexican Grand Prix going on here. He has off-track Mexican Grand Prix going. Does Jokke have wing damage? It's not visual. If it is performance affecting if there is damage. It's not visual at least, so hopefully there's no any kind of wing damage. Larry has 9 seconds of penalties for the first 5 laps. That front wing must be red. There is no other option, he's going so wide every single corner. Both of those 2 drivers behind are quicker than Larry. Larry is just cutting the track, he's doing nothing right in here. It would be amazing if I had the button to black flag someone by myself. I would black flag Larry right now, because he is not driving within the track limits. He's just slowing down Asian Iceman and Jokke by making contact and blocking them. Now Larry has no can do situation. Oh, lucky there's no contact. Larry just keeps cutting the track, going wide. I would really enjoy a black flag opportunity here. Luke is trying to get into every single space he has. He's stuck behind these guys. The gap to lead already over 1 pit stop. So this guy needs a safety car. And there's one, but it's a virtual one. Elpo is in the barriers. That has been a heavy smash. And now we have a chance. Now we have a chance to have a replay of those earlier banks. Here we can see part of a glitch. And here comes the collision. Just went straight into the back of Jokke. So that was Larry's fault. It's always the guy's fault who touches you from the back. I don't know how that's translated into English, but it's always that guy's fault who punches you from the back. So, and Larry again cutting the track. Nearly took out Jokke by cutting that track. This guy's moves are starting to be dangerous. Down the inside he goes. Jokke must be very frustrated with this guy. He's battling with broken front wing against the champion. Or maybe upcoming champion. So, provisional championship leader, at least. So, and another penalty. He has like 15 seconds. Oh yeah, that's a league ban. Go away. That's a league ban. That's a clear league ban, I say that now. Intentional crash. That's a league ban for Larry. And now I really hope that Jokke gets a safety car and gets back to this race. That was intentional. Clear. 2 races in a row making this kind of move. And now when he succeeds the mission, he boxes and changes his front wing. Hopefully we can get the replay. I forgot to click a replay early on. Hopefully we got it. Not working yet. Let's try that again. No, we didn't get it. We just got the slowing down. We can see Jokke there at the background, so I didn't took the replay in time. I'm sorry. I forgot to press the button when screaming in here. But if I had the black flag opportunity, this guy would be black flagged in game right now. But when the spectators can't do anything, well, Larry has 18 seconds of penalties in 8 laps, and he has intentionally took out the championship leader. There are 2 reasons to give the league ban. Earlier race intentional, or actually 3 reasons. Earlier race, taking out Gerdier on the final lap of the F2 race intentionally. Now taking out the championship leader. The championship leader or the championship contenders are the drivers if you touch them, you get a bigger penalty because you're affecting the championship. And now, Larry has just took out intentionally a championship leader. That is a automatic temperate league ban. There's no way out from that. That's a league ban straight on. And now Jokke is in trouble because of that dude. He might lose a championship here because of one dirty little kid. At the moment, Womble is in the race now. 89 man is out. I hope there's a safety car coming. Oh, there's a big chunk in the boards. Safety car, thank God! Thank God! Thanks, Cody. You just saved the life of my friend. Larry, of course, still gets a league ban. But this safety car just might have secured Jokke's race. Thank you, Goodies. Fucking finally, you do something right. And there's a safety car in this race. People in the pits. Making the one only pits. Both McLarens out from this race. During the safety car you lose only 12 seconds. I expect everyone to pit for the strategy B. Or maybe 2-stop is the strategy here, because I say that strategy A is still 2-stop, mediums on and softs at the end. I say that strategy. Womble and Jokke, only drivers not made to stop. Of course, Womble has those hards. Jokke has to box. He might take the hard. The hards may not go to the end. There's 26 laps to go. There's a chance that they won't go to the end, but Jokke is trying it. He's changing his front wing, so he had some damage. Jokke is taking the hards. I would have taken the mediums now. Go for 2-stop. Because it's a safety car. They have mediums. I was taking the softs at the end. Of course, the hard is also very good. There's nothing bad. But I would have taken the mediums. Go as far as I can, then take the medium, the softs at the end. Push for the final lap. Oh, thank God the safety car came here. So pretty much this has given Womble a lead, so this can be, on the other hand, Womble can take an advantage. And that advantage is bigger than Jokke's getting back into the race. Jokke is last place, P11. Womble is leading the race at the moment, so at these results, Womble would lead the championship by 4 points going to US. So, well, this championship will be a thriller. Mate, to be honest, I'm just chilling at the moment. Yeah, that is... When there's a safety car, it's easy chilling, but when you're actually racing, you can't just chill. Teams that in the pits. Taking on the hard compound, maybe trying to go to the end. Larry, who has disqualification after this race, hopefully not causing more issues. So at the moment, Jokke is P10 because Larry is disqualified, so... Jokke is P10 at the moment, so the championship lead would be 3 points anyway. But the only way Jokke won't get the point is he retiring. So... And Larry getting 3 seconds during a safety car, so... Let's check how many seconds of penalties Larry has after 11 laps into the race. Larry... Look at that lap 7! Look at the lap 7! 2 penalties and 9 warnings! I need to take a screenshot of that one. 2 penalties and 9 warnings. Team said 5 seconds, that might be taken away, he might challenge that one. Safety car in at the end of this lap. And we will get back to racing. Let's check the tires. Only Rappel on the softs. Everyone else on the mediums or hards. And we are green again, and we are going. Right, easy 5 seconds for Zero. Rukkinen having a slipstream of Womble. Better grip. Better tire. Better everything. Side by side in the first corner. Can't challenge. Pihkanen sees his opportunity. Down the inside of the third corner. Goes in front. Up to second place. Rukkinen drops down to third. Tempi Mak again. Spinning round. There's Rukkinen and Pihkanen battling. Well, Jokke trying to get past Team Set but can't at the moment. Jokke might try to go to the end, or if he can't go to the end, then he will try to two-stop. He might need another safety car here in the race, but he needs to be quick, that's for sure. Pihkanen challenging for the lead. Zero into the pits. Pihkanen in the slipstream. But Womble defending very well. Going in the first corner. And no chance for Pihkanen. Now Womble making a minor mistake. Pihkanen using all his power he has in that engine of Red Bull. Oh, they touch a little bit. Womble goes off the track. Nearly off the track, but they touch. No! There's Pihkanen taking out the championship contender. That was not a good thing. That was not a good thing. And there's a risk for a double penalty when you make contact with championship contenders. There's always a risk for that double penalty, even though it's an accident. Still, there's a risk for double penalty. You need to be very cautious if you are not a championship contender by yourself and you touch the others. You need to be very cautious. And that might give in the worst case, a 10-second time penalty for Pihkanen, normally a 5, but when you're battling with a championship contender, it's a double, so for 10 seconds, in the worst case. But we still will need to look at that later this week. And DRS back to enabled. But in Mexico, the DRS detection point is in so bad place that it's kind of lap 4. When you can first time use the DRS, so there's kind of no DRS yet. And down the inside goes Massina. Womble dropping down several positions, down to 4th place. Something's gone completely wrong with Womble. Something has went wrong with Womble here. Very badly. Because now he's dropping and dropping and dropping positions all the time, and at the same time Jokke is gaining those positions. He has the Larry in front, who just took him out. Even though Larry took him out, Jokke is not allowed to revenge. Because if Jokke revenges, it's a disqualification and rest in peace championship then. So you just need to get by and hope he doesn't make any harm. And when you're clear, you can continue. But Larry has been black flagged, so by these results Jokke would be 7th. And Womble 4th at these results, so... Now the DRS actually first time in use. There goes the flap. When everyone has the DRS in the train, only Pihkanen is the only driver who won't have it. So everyone behind will be quicker. There goes, and again! Again Larry doing the same stuff for Jokke. And that's one warning away. That's one warning off. Well, again Larry doing the same stuff, so... I may need to think about a permanent league ban, because it's already 2nd time. This time I didn't see it, I had no time to show the first replay file in time, so now we need to have a replay break. and see that again. Yep, turned straight in. Turned straight in to Jokke. Already a second time this race. And if Jokke has wing damage, this might cost him the whole race. But that is completely against the rules. We cannot do anything for the results. But at least the guy is banned. The championship will be even tighter for the last 3 rounds. But it's completely wrong against Jokke. He has been part in 2 intentional crashes this season. First time VCS team taking out him in Monaco in the whole carnage. And now Larry taking him out twice. Oh, Rappel. He's out. Virtual safety car, but what happened in there? What happened in there? Let's see that again. Did Rappel try to take out Larry intentionally to keep this race clean? At least Rappel went straight into Larry, and that one cost him his race. Something went wrong at least. That's what we know. I fed up with Larry ruining everyone's race. Yeah, that's clear. VCS ending, there goes. DRS back to enabled. You can now come to my commentary box if you want. We can discuss about Larry here. But if you want, you can come to the commentary box. At least you just left the session, so... Yeah, ripped Mercedes. Osgood's around the outside of Womble, going past... Not quite. Nearly, not quite. Osgood is close. 19 laps to go. Race in the halfway now. I hope that Larry will get a disqualification by the amount of penalties by the in-game stewards. Larry has already caused so much issues that he should be taken away there right away. Larry just keeps cutting all the track. Let's see this. There's a cut. Nearly a cut. That's a cut by the game. By the game, that's a cut. So, the amount of warnings Larry is getting. There's 9 warnings on that single lap. So, and now Pihkanen has been overtaken by Rakina. Oh, this team said colliding with Larry. And now Jokke getting by. This time, that's only a good thing. And Rappel has joined us in the commentary box, I expect.
I have.
Yes, you have. You can rejoin the lobby, you left.
Yeah.
And by you join, at the moment, Team said just collided with Larry, and Larry spun out. So...
I just don't get... he's just ruining everyone's race. It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
we still need to think about the permanent league ban. The temperate league ban is at least coming.
Because obviously this race means nothing to me. But he's just ruining everyone's race. There's no room for him.
Yeah, the temperate league ban is at least coming, but we still need to talk about the permanent. He would be second guy in this league getting a permanent league ban. Because BCS team is the first one who got it earlier. And now Larry is at the risk list. But team said collided with Larry. Not sure how, but they both spun. Team set got damage, Larry got nothing. In the worst scenario, Larry drops down a lap, takes out the leaders.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does that.
Did Larry got disqualified by the game! Thank God! Thank God! Larry got disqualified by the game. That's end of his VCS history. Larry is out. Larry is out. Everyone can give an applause in the comments.
P10! 1 point for Rappel.
Not coming because he's retired. You should have survived for lap 34. At least.
I'm taking that point. That point's mine. I see a 10 and
that's
I see
a mental
a
point. That's a mental point. Well, Larry is one mental guy. That's for sure. But yeah, finally Larry's out. We can enjoy this race. Jokke will be happy about that information. And now he's up to P6, so I kind of hope that Jokke and Womble would swap positions. Because imagine that Womble gets less points than Jokke, even though Jokke was in part of 2 intentional crashes in the same race. So, of course the safety car was helping, but doesn't matter. The position is what matters. Womble making some simple mistakes here and there. So I don't think Womble feels quite confident here.
Nah, I wasn't confident. I find this track very hard to get some traction to actually like get grip. But maybe that's just me. But I feel like this is a very slippy track for me.
Yeah, for the first 20 laps, your Womble is the slowest driver on the track. Of course, his tires are gone. He needs new tires from Bono. Those tires are 20 laps old. So, not surprised that the pace is not the best. But it should not affect that much. He would drop to last place if he boxes, and he's boxing now. So, that's 23 seconds for him. Again, there's a glitch that the Alfa Romeo crew was not ready, but then it teleported there. And now mediums for Womble. So Womble is doing the alternative of my strategy B. Starting with hards and then with the mediums. So that was kind of strategy C.
Yeah.
Down to 7th place, and now it's a catch-up game.
It's a shame for Jokke as well, as you said, with Larry taking him out twice.
In the same race. He lost at least 10 seconds there, so at the moment on track it's 2 positions lost.
He's not doing bad though at the moment. He's managed to hold on to something. We'll have to see in the coming laps what he can do with it.
Yeah, only thing he can do is to maximum his position afterwards, because the guy who took him out will get a penalty. You just need to max out your performance on track.
Yeah.
Even though that stuff, we can't give you gift time, take away 10 seconds. We can't do that. You need to do the job to maximize the position, and we will give a penalty for the other. So, and the penalty this time is quite big. It is straight league ban. So,
yeah,
it is not by penalty points. Or there's 5 penalty points by us, so it's in total 12.
Yeah.
So, at least 13 in total. So that's already at least 3 races. That's the rest of the season automatically. But we will give even more until next season ban and maybe even league ban. So big penalty coming anyway. There's no way out getting a just amount of penalty. But now this is the stage of the race that everyone is having a 4-second gap social distancing. Jokke is the closest driver of the next driver to Osgood's 3 seconds. Everyone else is within 5 seconds of each other, so.
Yeah, as you said, everyone's distanced out now.
Yeah, we are waiting for the tires to wear down, drivers starting to make mistakes, maybe even pitting. And then the gaps will start to shape. But there's 13 laps to go in this Mexican Grand Prix. Jokke catching up to Oskuch all the time. By a lot, actually, by half a second sector, so... Lap 25, lap 26, he should be in the tail. I think Masina can actually win his first ever debut F1 race.
I think it's well within his reach. Especially after the qualifying. What was it, like 5 tenths ahead? Something like that?
Yeah, half second.
Really good from him.
Yeah, so... Maybe a championship contest next season. Who knows? Another Finn fighting for it.
So is this guy the new guy that someone invited like last minute then?
Yeah, he had my permission.
Yeah.
He asked me already yesterday, can he race today, and I said yes, but because I didn't make in time, someone else had to invite him, so...
Yaki's taken off half a second behind Oscar's already.
Yeah. We are very lucky to have this stream today, because if I not had dropped from the B final today in my go-kart race, I would not be here. And there would be no stream, but I dropped accidentally early and...
Yeah.
Had to overspeed a lot with my scooter, but I made it. So... Luckily there was no police coming, that would be a trouble for me.
What was your lap time on the way home?
Yeah.
5 minutes?
That was 7 minutes, and normally it takes 15 to come home. And
I think that's pole position right there.
that's pole position. That was the quickest car from that location to my location. Actually, there was one police car coming towards me, but luckily that was in the traffic light, so I had to slow down anyway.
Safety car, yeah.
It was a safety car. A virtual safety car, it was on the other side, so I just had to slow down to the camera and then full throttle again. So,
yeah.
Well, I think 60 kilometers an hour was reached, and 45 is the limit for the scooters in Finland, so...
I think that's just a little bit faster than an F1 car.
In the pit lane, yeah. So, well, no one heard anything about my speed, so let's...
Yeah, no, it's fine. You were just in the pit lane for the whole journey. It's fine.
Actually, it feels quite fast. Well, it feels like every single other driver around you in the cars are slowing down, and you are just going faster and faster and faster all the time.
When we start in Austria for the real F1 races, you need to start racing some people in the pits.
Yeah. So that's how we do in Finland if we hurry. Just put a throttle and go as fast as you can. I'm not sure which one was quicker, my go-kart or my scooter. Not sure, to be honest. Maybe my scooter. And the team said battling PMP Mach in the pit exit. And PMP Mach stays in front, team said staying last. How many stops have people made? Everyone else 2 stops, team said 3 stops, Womble, Jokke 1 stop. Actually Jokke is now leading Womble, so this is looking good. Of course Womble has made his all pit stops. Jokke has to struggle till the end if he wants to go till the end with this boot of tires. He has done 15 laps, that's a hard work. He needs a safety car here.
Yeah.
I need to text.
I think the safety car options are gone now that Larry's out.
Yeah, there's still 2 safety car periods remaining, but it needs retirement, so... I need to call Mac that... So Mac, turn 1, full throttle. Going into wall and causing a safety car. Jokke would be so pleased. For that one. Soft till the end. I think everyone would box out, the stands would stay, but everyone would have no stops to do, so...
Yeah, Jocke's now 1.8 seconds behind Oscar's. Made it from 3 seconds, it's quite impressive.
Yeah, and even Oscar's on the medium tires. No. They are both on the hards, so... It was a graphical glitch that Oscar was on the mediums, but in reality he's on the hards.
I think
9
if
laps
Team
to
said
go.
keeps up this pace as well, he could take 8 from PMP Mac, because I think PMP's got a few penalties as well.
Yeah, there's a few penalties.
I know he got a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane, so that would be quite
It'd be easy.
devastating
Another
for him.
penalty. But well, Larry had like half a minute. 30 seconds of penalties for the first 15 laps. So now I got you joined. Did you join now?
I'm back. Don't worry.
Yeah, you joined now, or did you join earlier?
I was kind of just chilling, watching the stream, to be honest.
Ah, okay. I was wondering that how you could know all the data in the race. PMP Mac putting the fastest lap on the board, so he should be 9. He needs to be 8 in order to climb the point. Womble getting 3 seconds. Of course, Jokke has 3 seconds too, but looks like it will be taken away because Larry forced him to cut the track. So Jokke has only 3. No, he has the penalty anyway. He has 4 warnings. So both Jokke and Womble will have a penalty.
Yoki just slowly creeping up on Oscars as well. It's nearly there to overtake.
He needs to reduce the gap by half a second. And then he could get DRS, and that should be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But not yet. 1/10 by what is that stuff called which closes the gap? Tick by tick. 1/10 off. So his next lap he should be within 1 second by this pace.
Yeah. As well, Enduro taking up 9 places this race so far. Into P3 at the moment.
Oh, that's the driver of the day.
Yeah.
He has done only
I
one
think driver
stop.
of the day should go to Rappel for his amazing commitment into taking out Larry.
Yeah. Well, that had been a very interesting situation for the stewards because at the same time you have intentionally took out another driver. That should be a penalty.
Sorry.
But on the other hand, you have just took out a guy who was just a big troubleshooter. So for who you should get a penalty? For both? Larry for blocking and you for crashing. Which one? Or no penalty for either. So
I think my finger slipped, to be honest, on the brake.
oops. I missed the braking. I accidentally
Yeah.
pressed my screen in order to brake.
I was trying to wall ride, it's fine. I was trying to wall ride, Larry just got in the way. Oh, PMP Mac with another 3-second penalty. Not good.
Not good, not good. I just found out that your comment had a writing error. Rip Mercredes. What's that team? Could you introduce a new team? Mercredes.
Oh, it's Mercedes. I just
Mercredes.
realised. It's fine. It's Mercedes now. No more.
Must say you're
It's
driving from
Mercedes.
Mercredes.
Of course.
New team, 9th team. Be the 9th team on the grid. My team.
That is my own team, Mercedes.
Yeah. Just got an idea for F1 2020.
It's actually Williams. Well, Williams are gonna drop out of F1 now because Mercedes are taking a new spot.
Yeah. William should definitely go to F2, get some pace from there, and then try
Nah,
again.
actually, Mercedes is Williams' new sponsor.
Williams Mercredes. Oh no. Engine supplier Mercredes, not to Mercedes.
I should actually DM George Russell, hit him up, be like, you want a new sponsor? I give you Mercedes.
Yeah, now your case within 2 tenths. That's an easy overtake. Should be.
Here he goes.
That's him up to P4. And now if someone would crash from the top 3 and stay between Jokke and Womble, that would be very good. But there's so many penalties that the stands might turn upside down at the end, so I don't call anything before the race is over. And when the race is over, then I will say who's the best. But the fastest lap going for PMP Mac at the moment by a clear margin, 2 seconds for the next driver. So...
Enduro as well, slowly creeping up on Pickman. Nearly getting to that second zone.
Yeah, no DRS yet. Not quite, missing by 16 tenths. 16
It'll be interesting to see what Oscars can do here on Yoki. I don't think he's got the pace, but he might.
Yeah. Let's see the amount of penalties for each driver. Massino has only... Oh, he has 3 seconds. Pikkanen has... 9 seconds. Enduro... 3 seconds. Jokke, 3 seconds. Oskuts... No penalty. For Oskuts. So in the worst case, Oskuts will pass Jokke because of the penalties. And then we can just ask Larry, what did you do? Like Charles Leclerc, what did he do? Charles Leclerc style. With some brother English. Okay, Oskuts, make a mistake. Give the P4 for Jokke. He deserves it.
I am stupid.
That's for Larry. That's a motto for Larry.
I think Enduro can take P2 here by the end of the race. Definitely got the pace.
6 seconds less penalties. So...
Oh!
That's P3 for Jokke. But also P5 for Womble, and there's a safety car. This is getting interesting now.
Oh. He just felt too much under pressure from Enduro there.
Now, this is the question. There's only 3 laps to go after the safety car. Do you pit? Try to maintain the position?
I think Enduro and the Mercedes could possibly pull it off with their nearly 12-second gap, but for others I'm not so sure.
At this point, if I was driving there, I would put on an EA, check the amount of penalties of other drivers.
Going into the pits.
Yeah, but if I was a driver here, I would check the amount of penalties of the drivers around. If you have a less penalty, stay out.
Yeah.
By the penalties, you can remain the position. But if you have more penalties, you need to box and try to reduce the gap.
Rakin's pitted now, and Enduro. He's definitely won this race now, hopefully. But now with the safety car, everyone's going to catch up to him. Majority of people will be on the softs. It's going to make it our job more exciting.
Yeah, everyone looks like beating this race. So
yeah.
Of course, the guys behind don't even have a chance.
No.
They have to follow the others, otherwise they are in trouble. And now the fastest lap might go in the new share. Because Womble has changed his front wing. There was damage. Oh, teams are so far behind that Womble will be restarting this race from P6. So, Womble is at least 5th in this race. Jokke has a chance to get to P3. P2, maybe even.
BMP stayed out as well. 8 laps on the softs at the moment.
That's a long way from home. But Rakkinen is leading the race. Next lap, the safety car will box.
Oh yeah, and today, guess what happened?
Well, tell me.
Rappel beat Parky on the Canada time trial. It was a beautiful moment. Thank you.
I haven't done any laps in Canada since might be 3 or 4 weeks.
I was
in the races.
I got the game in January, And I remember setting like just a random lap on time trial. It was like a 1:13, and then today I managed to get a 1:8.8 just past you.
PMP Muck disqualified for multiple penalties.
He was like, I'm gonna go into the pits. No, I'm not, and he's crossed the line. He's got a 10-second.
Well, that should be a 5-second penalty then by us, but the disqualification, that's a harsh penalty.
He just couldn't make up his mind there.
Yeah. 7 runners remaining, half of the grid retired. So
Pretty much everyone on new softs now. So if Zeroy and Team Said can catch up, then this is going to be an interesting last 2 laps. Or maybe even 1 lap if the safety car doesn't come
the
in this
safety
lap.
car automatically boxes, so doesn't matter how far others are in the box.
Oh,
So,
right, okay.
lap 35 and 36, 2 laps to go in this Mexican Grand Prix. Team Set and Zero, they can't cut the track. I need to look at the cutting now, because if they cut the track by just a bit, they or like go wide, you get a penalty, it's taken away. But if you cut the whole track, then it's, of course, it stays in there. So
Team Said's going to be alright. Definitely caught up.
yeah, in the last update, Cody's changed the penalty system that it will give penalty behind the safety car either for cutting the track.
Yeah.
But it broke the game completely, so I hope they fix it for the next game. Safety car
Yeah.
coming back into the pit lane.
Zeroy's going to be left out.
He can still drive. The others are slowing down. Zero has to go full throttle. He's in the queue. But Dracula is leading.
He might actually make it.
He makes it.
Oh,
he makes
look
it.
at that.
He makes it because Rakinen is so slow. Oh, that's 5 seconds. Severe
no.
collision. No. I can say that there was no
That mean-
contact.
Does
Or
that
if
mean
there
Enduro's
was-
got a broken wing then?
Let's
Oh,
see.
no.
No, there's no damage for anyone. So
He's trying to hold him off.
that 5 seconds, I say, taken away. I say that 5
Yeah.
seconds is off.
Enduro's really late on the brakes there.
This might cost. He was leading a whole race, and then the
Oh.
last 2 laps, he's gone.
Everyone's in it now.
Everyone's trying to get the fastest lap from this lap. Womble around the outside of Osgood's. Can he maintain it?
Enduro takes the lead.
Yeah, Rakinen was leading the whole race, and then the last 2 laps cost him a lot.
This is really paid up for Yoki's crashes with Larry now. He's actually got a chance to prove himself.
Yeah, actually, we'll need to check the penalties afterwards, but by the time that 5 seconds won't
Joaquin
stay in
really
there.
late on the brakes there. Everyone's so close.
Yeah, the drivers who have most penalties will drop the back.
Yeah.
So here, driving slowly at the start will pay off for not getting the penalties. There's no DRS, by the way, for the rest of the race. The safety car was so late that there's no longer a DRS.
I think Yoki's going to struggle for P2 here, but I think Rekin's got a chance for maybe P1.
Yeah, his worst opponent is right behind him. The gap would be 25 points by these stands for the last 3 rounds. If he can maintain that gap, the championship would be over.
Rekin just needs to
Probably.
focus on getting good exit on the corners, get that traction down.
Yeah.
But Enduro is just pulling away from him. Though to be fair, Enduro, he's made up, what, 11 places now. He had the pace for the whole race.
Womble using all track available, cutting the track as much as he can by the warnings. Here goes. There's no one's having a
Stay
fastest
on the
lap at the
brakes.
moment.
Oh,
Around the off the track.
Rekin's trying to see a
Trying to
position.
go there. Can he maintain position? Oh, they make contact. They make contact. Jokke stays in front. That
Right,
was very
let's see
clean
the
racing.
final standings.
Jokke is second.
take-
Oh, Scott wins the race.
What happened?
What happened there?
Jockey went down to P5 and then back up to P3 for me.
Oh god, what happened there? I have no idea how to make the stands now. The only penalty I know which is taken away is the Rakkinen's 5 second. That's the only penalty I know to be taken away.
That doesn't affect anything, does it? Or will it?
I think Oskuts won't win the race.
Mm.
Because everyone who is behind him, Rakkinen will be second. Enduro wins, Rakkinen second, and then comes the order. So Jokke fourth, Womble fifth, maybe.
Race, then.
Not sure. I need to check the stands.
I don't think I'll have time for commentary box, just so you know, because I gotta go. But thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
A very intense race at the end.
Oskuts has no penalties.
Oh.
At all. So if Rakkinen gets that 5 seconds away, he would be... Yeah, so Oskuts has no penalties, so I think Oskuts wins the race. Rakkinen second, Enduro third, Jokke fourth, Team said fifth, Womble 6th, Zero is 7th.
Oh.
I think that's the order. That might be the order.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me. What
Yeah.
a race. And we'll see you next. I'll see you next weekend.
Next week in US. Yeah. So, I will need to really figure out those standings. I have no idea. Only penalty for now. If you want to get something taken away, send the clip to Discord right now. But only penalty taken away right now is the penalty of Rakkinen, the 5 seconds. So, very interesting scenes here in Mexico. Nothing is sure yet, nothing is settled yet, so I will show the stands without penalty marker. So here we'll see, Rakkinen gets 5 seconds away, so the gap is 1.0. No, it's P3, so Oskuts wins, Enduro second, 3rd place for Rakkinen. So, that order remains the same, but Rakkinen is 3rd, and everyone under Enduro is 1 step further, so Jokke 4th, Team said 5th, Womble 6th, and that way. Fastest lap goes for Rakkinen Masina, 3rd place. So he gets 16 points for that position. Let's check the replay. There we can see that. Final lap scramble between Womble and Jokke. The final sector desperately trying to get through, but can't maintain the position. Jokke defends so well. Oh, there was actually some minor contact. There was actually some very minor contact, so... Yay. That was a very interesting race. I enjoyed, hopefully you guys too. But driver of the day will be Enduro, clearly. From P12 to P2, Enduro is clear driver of the day. I need to check how it's written. Well. So, at least I enjoyed the race. Enduro Pro will be driver of the day. And that's it for the stream. So next week we have in Kota, we will be having US Grand Prix. I'm waiting for it. Championship is interesting. Let's see what happens. Until next week, goodbye.